What's going on, people? Episode 7? Eat big or stay motherfucking small. Gonna get straight to the point. My macros, 220 grams of protein. No, George! Nino, protein please! 535 grams of carbs. I was gonna say fats then. Oh no, George, that's too many carbohydrates. 60 grams of fat. That's not enough, George. You need more fat. Roughly looking about 3,600 calories on the day. So if you're watching this, make sure you let me know in the comments down below what the fuck you're eating. It better be good. It better be good. If you're eating shit, sort it out. And if you like the video, you're new. If you just watch me 40, 50 seconds of me think, ah, this keys is alright. Subscribe, I really appreciate that. And let's do this, mate. Let's do this. I was gonna swear then, but I didn't. So let's get started. My G's. So I bought a big old well, it's about 4 kilos worth of rice because I was sick of topping up on these kilo ones. I know you can probably buy about 10 kilos, but if I'm honest with you, I don't really want to carry 10 kilos home when I go on my little walk in the morning. I got myself a 4 kilo bag. What a lifesaver, absolute lifesaver. Asda, you're doing bits. And also, you're saving a little bit of money. It's a win-win. Okay, so meal number 1 looks like this. I don't know if you can see that very well. We have 209 grams of cooked weight long grain rice, which is 50 grams of carbs, 125 grams of asparagus, and we have 4 whole large eggs. Now, I just pretty much mix this all together and it gives me like a fat bowl of just goodness. I used cumin. I used the cumin on my eggs. I used to call it curcumin. No idea why, because there's no other C in there, you thick shit. I'm gonna take one of these Alpha Men's as well, which I wouldn't recommend if I'm honest with you. They're overpriced and the dosage for them is pretty poor. Doing my research and speaking to a few people, these are pretty poor. So if you take these, wouldn't recommend them. They're dosed really bad. Well, not really bad, but they're dosed quite bad and they're fucking expensive as well. Gonna take one of these with my meal number 1. That is it. Meal number 1, easy as that. So I just got back from Asda. I'm feeling and looking like Jihadi John. Is Jihadi John dead? I'm gonna have to Google it. I think he is dead. I'm not quite sure, but feeling and looking like a fucking terrorist and a bit of a fucking tramp. And I've sworn twice. God's sake, George, stop! Anyway, we have some extra special asparagus tips because I'm extra fucking special. And I've swore again. We got some slightly salted rice cakes. I thought I'd save myself like 50p and buy the actual Asda brand. So these cost me 85p and I have 6 a day of these, which is quite a lot actually if you think about it. Some large eggs, because guess what? I'm large as fuck. Look at me. 5'6", absolutely whammo and fucking huge. That is a joke, by the way, if anyone doesn't get that. And also, you know I have to pick up the 2 for £3, come on. Or £2 for 1 box. I will save myself a quid, didn't I? Got 2 boxes. Yeah, that's all I got really. I'm chatting a load of waffle, looking like fucking Jihadi John, mate, on a bad day. So the time is coming up to 1:15 in the afternoon and it's time for my pre-workout. You already know what the fuck is about to go down. Quaker oats away and we're gonna have one big old banana. Look at these bad boys, yep, some of that. My favourite, hands down my favourite time of the day. I love oats. I have oats twice a day right now and I never get tired of them. I absolutely just, you know, I absolutely love them. Now I want to quickly dive into the peri-workout window, or the we'll separate it. So what I'll do is I'll talk about pre-workout, I'll talk about intra-workout, and I'll talk about post-workout and what you should do. I mean, I'll recommend it to you. You don't have to fucking follow it. You don't give a shit. Sometimes some people don't give a fuck about what I've got to say, but I'll let you know in case you do. Pre-workout. Ideally for me, I like my pre-workouts to range from about 75 to 100 grams of carbohydrates within this meal. What I also like is I like to implement some sort of fat. So anywhere between possibly 10 up to maybe 15 grams of fat, I think is a good amount of fat within a pre-workout meal. The reason behind having the fats in the pre-workout meal is we don't want that crazy spike of insulin or that crazy spike of our blood sugar levels rise when we obviously carbohydrates. We don't want that crazy burst of energy at the beginning of a training and then we crash mid-session. We want to digest these carbs quite steady throughout the whole session, and obviously a good amount of protein. Now I always go for about 30 grams of highly bioavailable protein, so that's pretty much protein from like whey, eggs, fish, all my meats, all that kind of stuff. And I normally have my trace proteins from my fats and my carbohydrates. So I'm looking at roughly about, I ensure that each meal is about 30 grams of highly bioavailable protein. I think my pre-workout is about 100 grams of carbs at the moment. I have to work it out exactly, and that's the reason behind it. I like to have a more slow digesting carbohydrate, keeps me nice and full. There's nothing worse than getting fucking hungry whilst we're training. So that's my advice on pre-workout. I mean, it's down to you, it's down to your lifestyle, it's down to how many macro. You might be on 100 grams of carbs a day. And you think, fuck me, George, I can't have 100 grams of carbs in my pre-workout. Everyone's different, but that's kind of how I'm doing my things at the moment. And give it a try. Give me some feedback. If your performance improves, great. If your recovery is better, great. Keep doing it. If it doesn't work for you, change it. Very straightforward. And there we have it. We have 105. The banana was just literally 105 grams. Well, I accidentally moved this and it's gone to 104. So 104, 105, there we go. 106, oh, 105, fucking hell. 105 grams of banana. And I'm also I'm running low on the old pink Himalayan salt. But we're going to sprinkle about 1 to 2 grams of pink salt on top of my oats, which will be delicious. Right, so just want to go through my intra-workout because it does chop and change here and there. So I'm currently using about 30 grams of carbohydrates in my intra-workout with creatine, EAAs, but the intra-workout which I'm currently using at the moment, Raging Full by Anabolic Designs is what I'm using. This is very good. I don't know if you can see that panel, but it is my favourite intra-workout. It's even got a little bit of L-citrulline in it, Hydromax, L-taurine in it, got a little bit of sodium, magnesium, potassium, all good. Really, really highly recommend that. And also I've got my creatine, my EAAs and all that kind of good shit. But that is my intra-workout. I'll sip on this on the way to the gym, as well as sip it throughout the workout.
With shit that I can't mention, trust. Had these niggas hopping over fences.
Yeah, very nice.
Had these niggas hiding up. I'm lucky that I didn't catch a sentence.
Very nice.
Real.
Will we actually print them for you? Yeah. I Gavin said to get it done on the PC, that way I can keep it rather than having to download it on my phone. Yeah. Transfer it. Yeah.
So that was the session rounded up. I believe I got about one fucking clip from that session. That's really bad and lazy of me, I do apologise. But what I've found recently is I'm getting really bad joint pains in my elbow, my forearm, bicep attachment here. It just feel like this bit here, it just feels when I do like an upright row or do like a tricep movement or any kind of pull down movement, it's really like taxing on my joints. I'm not quite sure why. I might have to back off a little bit in regards to the total amount of volume I'm doing within the sessions because it's quite high, especially for like triceps and like delts and arms and fucking chest. So I might need to reduce what I'm doing, but man, it hurts. So if anyone's experienced some like joint pain, let us know because I need to get that sorted out because it's not fun. It feels really uncomfortable. I just feel like I'm about 70, but I'm not. I'm 21. What's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid.
That's the only way I can think she's gone through
Guys, just got home. Well, I haven't been just home. I started eating my post-workout part 1. I totally forgot to start recording. I do apologise, but at least I remembered when I was halfway through it. So we have 250 grams of cooked weight long grain rice, the long grain rice which I had this morning, the big 4 kilo fuck off bag, and 150 grams of cooked weight chicken. Got some ketchup squirted on there just so, you know, sometimes it's just dry as fucking and you need a little bit of ketchup on there. Pink ham, Himalayan salt, that's part 1. And my part 2 will come up, you should already fucking know what it is. The Cocoa motherfucking Pops. Ooh, I look forward to them. They are really, really good. Part 2, 150 grams of the finest Cocoa Pops with almond milk. Just regular almond milk for me right now. I chop and change between unsweetened and just normal almond milk. Depends on what's on offer. Normally there's one which is £1 and the other one's like £1.50. I'm being a bit of a tight fucker there, I'll be honest with you. Part 2 of my post-workout. I don't know why I like to eat my chicken and rice before my Cocoa Pops. I don't know why I look forward to Cocoa Pops after my chicken and rice. People think, oh, you're sick. Cocoa Pops, chicken and rice, but I don't give a shit about that. Let me have a live taste test for you guys. Look at that. Damn! Oh god, it fell out of my mouth half it. That's bloody good, that. That is post-workout. I'll explain in a minute, after I eat this, why my post-workout is what it is pretty much. So, yeah. So as I lay here in my bed, I thought I would explain the reason why your post-workout should probably be the biggest meal of your day. The reason behind that is because post-workout we are very sensitive to food, and what I mean by that is that our bodies can absorb food pretty well within this window. As we train, we don't necessarily deplete glycogen storages, but our bodies are pretty depleted and feel, right, food here, I need fucking food quickly to replenish myself. Within this window, what you want to be doing is you want pretty much to keep your fats quite low. You want a good amount of carbs. For myself at the moment, I think anywhere between 100 to 150 gram of carbs post-workout is ideal. If I go above 200, I find that I run into digestive issues. Again, this is just based upon my experience. It might be slightly different for yourself. But I use quick, simple digesting carbs. I always ensure that I get a good, adequate amount of protein. So I use chicken as my protein source in my post-workout. And I have rice, which is very easy digesting for myself. And I also have Cocoa Pops, which are, again, quite very straightforward basic food which are very easy to digest. Within an hour of my post-workout I am fucking hungry, so that to me is a good indication in regards to, right, I've absorbed this food pretty well, because that was just like 1,000 calories that meal, and that went through me like with ease, if you know what I mean. So that's a quick little breakdown in regards to how I'd set up post-workout. Again, I would keep fats below 10, anywhere between, like, let's say 1 to 7 grams of fat I think is quite good. Good high amount of carbohydrates and a good adequate amount of protein. That's pretty much it really, not really much else to explain about that. One thing to note is I typically eat about an hour after my post-workout, and the reason behind that right now is just I'm very hungry. I'll be honest with you, I'm very fucking hungry, and I want to utilize that post-workout window as much as possible. So I still believe that 1 hour after eating your post-workout, you're still pretty sensitive to food. I don't care what anyone says. So if I can literally try and get as much nutrition to enable recovery, growth, all this kind of good shit, setting up for a good night's sleep, I'm going to ensure that I will do that. So again, I like to eat about an hour afterwards for my post-workout. I'm holding this camera and my hand's fucking killing me. Let's move on to meal number 4, motherfuckers. Okay. So meal number 4, 100 grams of trimmed green beans. Now let me explain to you why I've reduced my veg intake, because I'll be honest with you, I was having a lot of veg and it was making me shit. Now my shits weren't very nice, but we'll just leave it as there. It was bloody dirty water it was horrible. Yeah, but I'll leave it at that. 1 baked potato, 200 grams of the McCain's baked potato is this one. I kept it out. These cost you like £2 for 4. Shove in the microwave 5 minutes and you get to fucking go. I always say that. And 120 grams of cooked weight chicken. That and also, if you don't even notice that, in there is a little bit of this. I'll show you. I'll bloody show you. There's a bit of flora, like, and I didn't track it. I don't give a fuck. Look at me. I don't give a fuck, mate. I don't care. I don't care. And then we have 5 lightly salted rice cakes. I'd have fish and a rice cake. And that's the time. Nice. Guys, I just want to show you a photo of me back in 2013. This is what I looked like in 2013. Fucking, I look like Jedward. What the fucking hell is that? Look at that haircut. Let that focus. Anyway, look at the fucking state of that kid. Why am I wearing that? I've got a nose ring in, and I've got two like. Oh god, what have I done? Look at. Oh god, let me see. Look at me. Just look at that hair. Oh my days. Look at the fucking state. Look at him. Jesus Christ. Final meal of the day. 150 grams of oats, 30 grams of whey, with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on top. That is gonna round up the day. That is the time, and yes, I can eat late at night. I don't really care. But look at that fucker. I can't believe that fucker over there. Look at him. Look at the state of that fella. Like, I'm much better looking now. Please, tell me in the comments if you think, yes, George, you're better looking now. Then back then was embarrassing. What a little fucking twat, eh? But anyway, that's gonna round up the day. One thing I am gonna finish off with is I'm going to have the finest, well, these are just because I'm poverty and poor and don't want to spend quality. I'm just gonna have a decaf tea before bed, just to relax me, you know, before I go to bed, man. So finished off those macros with 223 grams of protein, so about 3 grams over my protein, for 540 grams of carbs, 5 grams over my carbs, and 60 grams of fat. I actually nailed my fats, which is pretty cool. Calories were 3,615 calories. Not crazy amounts of food. People need to... Who's calling the home phone? Who calls home phones nowadays? 1 minute. Sorry about that. They should get rid of bloody home phones. Like, who actually answers home phones anymore? But there we go. It was just a random sheet. Hello, is Mr. Osborne there? No, he's not. Fuck off and stop calling my house. But if you watch the whole thing, comment down below sock. This is from Max. This is what Max actually enjoys, like playing with socks sometimes, which is quite weird. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you have, please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new around here. We hit 11,000 subscribers. Yes! 11,000. 1,000 in a month, which is pretty unreal. I'm looking fat as fuck in the face as well. But it's all good. We're growing. Come on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, I fucked that up, didn't I?